Hey there, fellow gamers. Onerous here with another episode of Let's Learn Dyson Sphere Program. And we finished the last episode with, it was a bit of a longer one. We put together a little bit of the titanium here, mining and silicon mining. We don't actually have titanium set up here for production for smelting, which... I mean, we could do, and we probably should do, but I'm not too worried about it at this point because we've got a lot on the other planet. And the question was whether I should develop this planet, which is really easy to build on, or go somewhere else. And I think I'm going to go somewhere else. I've been thinking about it, and what I want to do is, well, first of all, we've got a lot of other stars, but I definitely want to focus on Alpha Leporis 1. Its construction area. It was okay. I mean, it doesn't look as nice. With the fire, I think it's a bit harder on the eyes, but most of it was flat, and there was a few rivers of lava and stuff. But it's not going to take that much to actually build on there. And generally speaking, it's closer. More often than not, it's going to be closer to this guy because this is the furthest this can be away. But then this one can be this far away. So. What we'll do is we will go for a fly back to the home planet, and if I hit the right button, V for star map, not that one, Alpha Leporis 2, please. There we go. 3. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll go for a fly back home, stock up on some stuff, and think about what we're going to do. And first of all, I think is going to be. I need to get some more smelting on that other planet. Let's just get up to speed-ish, and then we can... Or actually, we'll get up to speed, we'll chat while it's traveling, but now with our 2,000 meters per second, yeah, we don't really have that much time to actually jump into other menus, because I wanted to have a look at the amount of materials on the other planet, which is pretty decent. All right. So let's just run over here, and we'll pop down here, and then go across. So Alpha Leporis 1 has a lot of iron, doesn't it? A lot of iron and copper. Not a lot of silicon, but we're now importing silicon from over here, as we can see. Does it show? Can we see what's actually on these? That'd be a really nice thing, wouldn't it? Hit the wrong button again. All right. So. We can do iron, we can do copper, we've got titanium, there's even some stone over there. I think we can do a lot of manufacturing on Alpha Leporis 1. And it's also going to be closer when we put a Dyson Sphere in the future. But again, I'm not sure about the Dyson Sphere. So Power pointed out that the stars themselves have different luminosities. This one is 0.89. Our star has a luminosity of, if I actually clicked on the star and not the planet, there we go. Our star has a luminosity of basically 1, but we've got a heap of other stars around us, and if we can find one, some of them apparently have greater than 1, and I wonder if the color actually is any indication. Yeah, here we go. So these blue ones have like 1.5. What about a purple one? Oh, that is below average. What about a white one? Basically 1. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense that the color has to do with luminosity. Here we go, 2.5. So this one, luminosity 2.5, means that we actually get 2.5 times the amount of power output than we would here. Okay. We'll... Oh yeah, it's 3D. Of course it's 3D. I mean, I'm just like, oh, it's a star map. But yeah, well, we're living in a 3D world. So this guy it's only 8 light years away. I'm not sure. We'll get into warp technology later. But that's going to be my plan. We're going to build a Dyson Sphere over there, or yeah. I mean, that's still 7 light years away. So 8 light years away for 2.5 is probably pretty good. We'll get into warp technology, we'll send stuff over there, but all our production for now is going to be happening on Alpha Leporis 1. Well, we'll see how we go. Because I did like how we set up in Alpha Leporis 4, how easy it was to build things. And the extra solar power on Alpha Leporus 1 is pretty neat. All right, let's recap our materials and just get a bunch of these. I've got a bunch of ores, of course I do, that I don't really want. That's all right. We didn't use any inserter 2s. Yeah, we did not. We did use a few power poles. I don't think we used any splitters at all, did we? We used 2. There we go. I'm just going to grab all these smelters because we're doing a fair bit of smelting. I'll get a second. We've already got. Yeah, look. I'm going to grab all the assemblers and all the miners. All right. Oh, we already had miners, didn't we? Yeah, that's probably too many miners. Okay. We don't need thermal power plants. We don't need wind generators. These can go in our box of shame. Over yonder. Here we go. And this still has a lot of materials in it, actually. I probably should grab some of those materials so we're not waiting. I've got 2 of those. All right, we don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah. At some point we'll need the energy exchanger, but we don't need it right now. Chemical plants and oil refineries. We don't have oil over there, but we probably are going to need some chemical plants. I don't know if 9 is going to be enough. What was I putting over here? Yeah, that's right. These, and we'll keep those on there as well. All right, this is a pretty good amount of things. How's our? Whoa, yeah, okay. It's like, how's our fuel chamber going? But we have been using a lot of fuel flying around the planets, and even though our charge rate is pretty high, we're still like, you've still got to get that fuel from somewhere. Got to get that fuel from somewhere. All right. Oh, I should, of course, get rid of these ores. Can you take some ore? No, you actually take stone ore to make the silicon. Yeah, so silicon ore not going to help us there. This one has some base materials in it. No, it's already full. All right, let's get rid of that, and we can put our iron ore, actually put it to use over here. There we go. Let's just fill all these up with the iron ore. Can I do something like this? No, that doesn't work. Control click. That's disappointing. All right. I think it was probably quicker just to click and control click. And I mean, even now, just looking at this, I remember setting this up and thinking, man, this is a lot of materials. It is not a lot of materials, is it? It's pathetic, really. It is getting used only very, very slightly. All right, there we go. We still got 82, but it's only 1 stack. I can pop that in this chest without feeling too bad about myself. There we go. All righty. So we are going to start some more mining on Alpha Leporus 1, I think is probably today's level, and getting it a little better set up. We are going to need more solar panels. Always going to need more solar panels, more power. Our science is... yes, power point out. Our blue science has stopped. We need to... I do need to investigate that before we disappear from this planet, so that things can get researched while we're doing stuff. Let's just grab that much solar panels. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 300. That is 10 megawatt, 100 megawatts, with the bonus is like 30% on Alpha Leporus 1, I think it was 135% from memory. So now, okay, what's going on with our blue science? Blue science has stopped because of copper. Okay. Why has copper stopped? Because this is only supplying. This is not demanding. That is why. And our copper is dead. All right. So you now want to demand copper. I don't know if we have. We do have somewhere. Yeah. Okay. That's good. We can just rip all that stuff up. Yeah, even you can come back with us too. Alright, that should get the copper flowing. We have apparently some in transit. I don't even remember where copper was being mined from. Obviously Miles away, miles away. Is that copper? No, that is not copper. I don't know, I saw it coming from over here. There it is over there. Oh yeah, okay, I do remember doing that smelting. We've actually got a heap of it. So I'm going to go back over here, and maybe 400 is not going to be enough. Maybe 400 is not going to be enough. Not that one, that one, it's that one. We are, let's just bump it up. Let's bump it up. There's enough for 20 ships in a go. Speaking of which, I might grab a few more bots to take with us. All right. Let's now go. Let's now go, and we'll figure out what we need later. Hopefully, our orbit has given us a bit more of a. Yeah, look at that. That's gotten a little bit closer while we've been stuffing around. So it's all worked out. It's all part of the plan. I guess we got to get away from this gas giant first, and turn around into Alpha Leporus 1. There we go. All right. Speeding up to 2,000 meters per second. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's the speed of light? 3 by 10 to the 8. We're still a long way. We're still a long way away from that. But that's all right. So what do we want to do here? Well, we have our power set up. That's probably not going to be sufficient. We'll pop down more of those at some point. Where is a major longitudinal line? Let's get north-south orientation. All right, north-south orientation is that away? Well, okay, so this is south. Hit B for build mode. And where is a beautiful line of construction? It's hard to see. There it is. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to drop down with Alt, come on. And we will start popping down some solar panels at the equator, maybe? That seemed to work out well for us previously. All right, we're back. Sound is back and working. USB plug in the back of the mice. A little bit dodge. All right. Not mice, in the back of the microphone. Okay, so we are going to drop down some solar sails. Apparently that bit there is just outside our requirement. I can't remember why my solar pole is now so high, but it is. That's a good thing. Must have been the construction we were doing on the ice planet. And now, power. Alright, let's get this going. See how far we can take this. Seems to be the most we can do in one stretch. Apparently I'm doing something, collides with another object. What am I doing wrong? Get that blue line there, there we go. Alright, yeah, so this does have a decent amount of construction. Okay, each of these is actually increasing our soil pile very slightly. So we are getting some from this, even though it's flat. It's not flat. All right. Yeah, we're going to need some more of this. So use up some of our soil pile. Give me that. There we go. Right click, get that back in there, keep it going. Maybe we should be blueprinting this. Because then if I blueprinted it, it would be certainly nice to blueprint. We do actually have to make the whole thing first before we can blueprint it. That's 1,000,000 copper. I don't actually want to destroy that. So I will just go and leave a gap here, maybe. Seems okay. Yeah, I'm okay with leaving a gap there. I think because we only had let's go back to the planetary view. We've got 20 million copper, and that's actually 1/20th of that. That seems like too much to just demolish for power, and for the small amount of solar panels that are going to be going there. All right. Hopefully we haven't missed any with our drones, but if we have, at some point we'll fly past them and they'll get done. I hope. It's a very tedious process, really. Which again, a blueprint. Maybe a blueprint is what I need. I don't know if I can do a blueprint around the whole world. Ooh, look at this. Look at this guy here. Yeah, look at that. Perfect placement. To get our solar panels, mostly perfect placement. We will be getting rid of that in the near future. Well, not getting rid of it. We'll see. I want to do some more building that looks a little bit neater, like we did on Alpha Leporis 4. Okay, this is slow going. I think I've just lost all my drones too. We're going to try and stick with our drones so they have a smaller distance to travel, because we are a little bit faster than our drones. So getting them traveling the smallest distance possible is going to speed up their usefulness. Perfect. Should be. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I can see it. Okay, there we go. We can see it on the mini-map. We are almost there. Oh, almost. And around we go. Okay. So, what do we want to do? First of all, we want to do some iron and copper mining. Here is... I mean, this is kind of where I want to do some building. So let's not mine right next to that. Okay, here's a nice one here that we can run some power to. There we go. And then I'll put some power poles in once we actually get its land, get some mining happening. It's a bit hard to see that patch, but I think this is going to be a good patch. All right, I've done it the wrong way around. Yep. Remember to go in a clockwise direction, because that's the way that the rotation system works. This is a very, very slow. I might not record all of these, and we'll see how we go. All right. So what do I need? 24. That's 13, 19. That's kind of 23, and then this one is 13, 18, 21. All right, so we've got two belts worth. But you know, we are going to get more. We are going to get more efficiency over time. So maybe I'll just make it 3 belts. There's actually no reason not to if we're just directly feeding these in, is there? No, there's not. All right. You can come up to here, around to there, and then that'll be you coming in. We'll have this one here do that, and you'll come in, and then this one here. There's only 2 left for that one. Okay, that's fine. That'll be fine. Now let's hook all of these up. There, and there, and this last one goes to there. All right, then we can pop down. No. E. Let's get the pack of 3, and you pop down there. All right. Let's see. Can I get a power pole up there, and there? Is that going to do it? No, that's not going to do it. And we'll pop you on the corner there, and we'll get another power pole there. And then we have you coming into there. You coming into... Can I get you into the middle one? Maybe I have to put this one in first. And then this one goes into the middle one? No. Did not want to go into the middle one. Alright. And now you are supplying copper ore. We'll give you I think 10. I think 10 seems to be a good amount just for a supply here. We'll put more in the production side of things. And then they can, because obviously we'll get them from both directions. As pointed out in one of the, oh man, what a waste of power poles. As pointed out, one of the other things, we don't actually need to put any in here, and we don't even need to power this one up. We could send it from the other end. And while I'm thinking about that, let's maximize that. All right, so there we have copper. We've got a titanium here as well, which honestly, like, we would be ridiculously idiotic not to put this one in as well. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to do that off camera, and we'll come back when that's actually placed down, because I don't think we need to watch me place every single miner. All right, 1 second. And there we go. Look at that. Just with the power of magic of technology, we have instantaneously created a titanium mine there. So that's actually, yeah, this is probably the spots we want to look for, is where there's more than one bit together. And look at that. That's really good for some iron and some copper. So we're going to head over to there, which was in this direction, and we'll put down some more iron and copper mining over there. Where was it? There's actually a little bit of stone there. I think that was it there. Yeah, definitely right here. All right, so if we were to place down a logistics station here, and this one is going to be supplying iron ore and copper ore and probably stone as well, because, I mean, a little stone reserve there. All we need to do is place down the miners. So yet again, let me pause the recording and we'll come back when the miners are down. And there we have it. Yes, you know how I love my spaghetti. Look at these beautiful lines all coming in. We've got a bunch of them coming in, and we're basically taking all the inputs here. I just want to point out I did actually have this set not to stone but to stone bricks, so none of the stone was coming in, so I had to change that to stone bricks. But as you can see, we now have a good supply here of a bunch of materials. I think maybe 20 is probably a slightly more realistic number for this one, because we've got both copper and iron. I don't think the stone's going to be too much required. But yes, this was definitely the way to go, finding these veins that are very close together and kind of maximizing that. So we've got a reasonable supply now. Let's jump back over to where we want to start putting our construction, and we've got to go into build mode to see if we can find a wonderful super longitudinal line. And it's actually it's actually there, isn't it? But that's got a lot of our existing construction already happening on it. Maybe we'll go to another one. Oh, here's some solar panels that we missed. Am I out of solar panels? What's going on, guys? There we go. It's too fast for the drones, maybe. So is this line? Here we go. This is definitely one here. All right. So this is where we're going to start building, and it's actually really nice because we don't have much in the way of either these fire lakes or veins here. I did not save the blueprint for our smelting, so let's make a smelting blueprint now. I do want to point out there's been an update, and supposedly the issues with blueprinting of the belts not meeting up has been fixed. So I'm pretty excited to do that. But let's just begin with a little smelting setup here. All right, that line. No, I don't actually like. Yes, dismantle that. I don't like doing this first. Let's begin with the smelters. Smelters. Are you in mining? No, you're in production. There we go. All right. So that's where we're going to start, and I'm going to put my first belt on that line there. So we'll have our first smelter there, and that's going to go for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That is 12 long, with our room for power poles. So let's put in those power poles. We'll put them in on that side. Yep. And like this. Wonderful. We get 2 belts. We'll stick with the 2 belts, even though some recipes don't need 2 belts. I think we're just going to We're going to do it. Where is that smelter? Let's not waste belts. Let's put that onto the middle. This one has to go... No, it can actually go onto the middle as well. Alright, so that's one output. That I didn't click. That's a problem. There we go. And then the next output goes there. We do this again. Starting on that line. Tab that up. Beautiful. And then we do another belt running up. No, running down there. That would have been disastrous. Well, disastrous is a strong term. Alright. Now if we put in our inserters, and before I set the recipe, what we'll do is we'll make the blueprint then. So this will be a blueprint for a smelting of nothing, but we can then, like I did then, we can really easily transfer. What have I done? Okay, that's really annoying now. Hang on, what if I do that and then copy that one, will it override these other ones? No, it won't. Okay. You know what? It's going to be quicker just to do that rather than trying to get the right point. We'll just rebuild it. It doesn't cost any materials. It's quite nice. All right. So that one, then we do the same over here. So now let's make a blueprint of this. Do we have everything we want? Yes, we do. Okay, I want to start there. So we get that power pole. We want to get that power pole. And we're going to call this, we're going to show this as a smelter. We're going to call this as smelting green, because it's got green belts, so long enough for a green belt. Yeah, we'll just call it smelting green. Thumbnail text, smelting, blueprint description, smelting, no recipe, green belts. Beautiful. All right, those components are all right. Let's save the blueprint as smelting. There we go. Okay, so now let's jump out of this and let's place down this so we get a nice alignment. Right there, that's beautiful. All right, where can the next one go? The next one can go there, which is okay. It's okay. All right, now let's have a look at our blueprints. Blueprint, smelting, grab it, use, right click. Oh, here we go. Double click to use. Okay, and then we just plonk this one down, nicely aligned, so it looks pretty cool. That was not what I wanted. All right. It was very quick, but not actually what I want. And there's no undo as far as I'm aware at this point in the game, but it's actually pretty quick to destroy things. But the drones don't need to deconstruct, which I think is the nice thing. All right, so let's try that again. Double click to use. Make sure we get that coming in on those inside lines, and there, lined up. Alright, and likewise we can do one on this other side. Hopefully we can align it so that it looks like it's meant to align with the other side. And let's do that again. There we go. Alright. Now we just need our guys to actually place it. But while they're placing it, we can set some recipes. So let's do iron down here. And then we can copy that recipe. Oh, it's nice, I've got to say. Let's do iron on this side too. Copy that recipe. There we go. And then we'll do copper here. Copper smelting. There we go. No, we can't copy that because then we'll get the sorters pointing the wrong direction. All right, copy you across there. Copy you across there. Oh, this is so nice, isn't it? Now, let's have you set up to demand iron and supply iron. All right, demand 1,000 and supply infinite. Well, not infinite. We can only supply that, the small amount. So this is going to be iron ore there. This is going to be iron ore there. I didn't actually set the filter. remember to do that before we go. There it is, the button, iron ore. And then coming in here is just that and that. All right. And now we have some iron smelting. Our drone coverage is going all right. Oh, I did pause. I forgot. I paused research because I was doing stuff off camera, and I forgot about it. I paused it because while we were doing that, we actually had the technology researched for warping. Yes, this gravitational wave refraction finished research. So warping is we can now make warpers. All right, so that's not something we are going to do straight away. We'll get our production levels up a little bit better first. All right, let's demand that. Let's supply that. Seems good. We'll take you out over to there. We'll take you out over to there, and you are going to go straight in there, and you are going to go straight in there. All right, you don't have power though, which is a sad state of affairs. Why do these guys have power? Are they hooked straight up to... No, don't. Actually, that's probably okay with how we're using these ones. To pop one in there. And there we go. All right, you have 500 on the way. Only 500? 600, there we go, that's better. We'll pop in, say, 20 drones in each of these ones. I think that's going to be fine. Because I think 10 for gathering and 10 for sending to the interplanetary logistics, which we'll set up very shortly. All right. I'm just going to quickly... What are we doing for time? We're at 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to set up this other side with ins and outs, and then we'll quickly set up the interplanetary before the end of the episode. All right, we have now set up these. I've popped the recipe in. I've got the inputs and the outputs, and we are going. It's interesting to see. We are actually out of... we're out of copper ore, but we're not using all of our logistics drones. So... the issue here is, as you can see, we've got 1,000 in transit, but we're just not reaching it. And 1,000 is the max we can have in transit because the maximum storage is 1,000. So I think we actually need to ramp this up to say, let's go with 2,000 and see what happens. And likewise over here, jump this up to 2,000. And we'll see if that helps us. And hopefully we get now all of our drones are in transit. This is certainly going to change as we fill these up with here. And as soon as this stops filling up, we'll be in trouble. But we don't want to get to a point where we don't actually have enough throughput here, which seems to be the case. Seems to be the case now. And before I forget, look, let's jump these up to 100%, so we're not getting useless trips, which I think we're not at this point because the demands is just so high. But we might not even have enough supply at our other ends as well. Anyway, that is what we have so far. So we've got iron, we've got copper, we've already got titanium and silicon on this planet, and we have some stone. So I think next episode we'll set up some stone construction, and then we'll start looking at what we actually are going to build here, because that's a lot of the raw materials other than refined oil, which is always a problem. We might need to go back and set up more refining on our home planet, and then have that as a interplanetary logistics into here, so we can do some manufacturing here. But we'll see how we go. And for now, that is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks always to my amazing patrons, and I'll catch you next time.